Every morning the school children arrive to Puukaksi building, and it is in a way the heart for the whole school. And from there they go to the different spots where they get education during the day, like the design factory and chemistry laboratory. So every day the idea is that they go to maximum 2 other spaces in addition to this Puukaksi heart building. But they need to have this kind of a feeling of home, that which they feel that it's only their building. 2 years ago, we had a collaboration project with Royal College of Art from London, and we started studying contemporary schools and the relationship between learning and the school buildings. And in Espoo city, the situation is now such that they have 3,000 children all the time in temporary locations, which usually are barracks. That they are this kind of rented cabins, which are architecturally not very good. But it was surprising to us that the children liked them many times more than their original school buildings, because they were more social. You could see what's going on the courtyard and inside the buildings, because they are only 1 floor high. And so there were also all kinds of characteristics which were positive. And we wanted to include them in our development of the future school, which would be more social and networked and linked to contemporary culture. Yes. And a better utilization also and optimization of indoor spaces in buildings.
The learning is happening in so many places nowadays. What is the role of the school in the future? The learning is happening in the bus or your home through the digital devices. So the role of the physical places is basic on social learning from each other, learning together. And we're thinking, what are the conditions for this social learning? Like there's 4 paradigms of that. You need to feel a sense of belonging, becoming together something else, experiencing life as meaningful with others. And if you build standalone school, it's much harder to emphasize all these facts. So we think about that, if we embed the learning to the environment, use the existing communities, like now we are here in the design factory, which is already quite famous learning community. So which is focused on interaction rather than building. So think about, could these learnings be applied in the school of the future? And I think this is really the new model that is not anymore based on the building, but of course it requires the building.
Traditionally, school children have been isolated in their own school buildings, while there are much more benefits if they are embedded within that city part and community where they are working. And this has been very nice also for the campus development of Aalto University, because the place is totally empty during evenings and weekends and holidays. It's dead. And having the school children here also makes the place more lively.
And more human.
Yeah, and more human as well. It will be a building and a network in Espoo, but it was created together with the best specialists in service design from London. And now there is going to be also a similar kind of experiment and laboratory in Shanghai, and also in Boston, United States. They are thinking about following our suit here as well.
One of the most interesting things of this project that we were talking before is that it is somehow responding both the local and the global context. No, the local is very specific here in this country, in this city, and the global that is in a way answering this new idea of learning with this project-based learning that we were talking about.
Maybe what is special and what is a possibility for us is that it's easier to make experiments in Finland than in many other places. That our culture is quite flat in organization, it's flexible and it's not too hierarchic. And there is also space and demand for new innovations nowadays. So we in a way create the ideas, and but the others commercialize them and take the benefits.
Hopefully not
Yeah.
too much.
There's also more important, bigger sustainable picture behind this, and it is the optimization of the use of buildings. That we put a lot of effort in insulating buildings nowadays, but they are not used. So if we would get 24 hours use for every space we have created, that would be really sustainable. So one aim of this school project, Co-School, is also to share the spaces which we already have at our campus. That the use ratio is quite low at the moment, and in this way we get in a way more benefit for the investment which has been made for the construction. And simultaneously it's also socially sustainable. Because according to research, people want to be there where there is other people. And that also creates creative thinking between people and new innovations, etc. And we would like to enhance this kind of dense social interaction and a creative culture.